So I was thinking, we keep saying we live in a democracy, right? One person, one vote, power to the people, all that good stuff, right? But then there's gerrymandering. And that's where the story gets interesting. Because if democracy is about voters choosing leaders, and gerrymandering is about leaders choosing voters, then we need to ask a very uncomfortable question. Who is actually fooling who? Let me tell you a story, my G. Imagine a small town with 100 people. 60 prefer blue hats, 40 prefer red hats. In a clean democracy, blue hats wins. Simple math, no drama, right? But then the town council says, hold on, wait. Before we vote, let's just reorganize the town. They draw 5 districts, and somehow, magically, the red hats win 3 districts, even though fewer people liked red hats. Nobody changed their mind, nobody cheated the vote, nobody stopped a ballot. They just moved the lines. And here's the genius part, everyone still voted. That is the trick. Gerrymandering doesn't cancel democracy, it uses democracy. It lets you vote after the outcome has already been optimized. That's why it's so effective, right? Because back in the old days, corruption looked obvious. Someone stole ballots, someone threatened voters, someone broke the law loudly. Today, corruption wears a suit and uses geometry. The vote still happens, the ceremony stays intact, the illusion survives. Because the goal isn't to stop you from voting. The goal is to make sure your vote doesn't matter the way you think it does. And here's where people get fooled. They think gerrymandering is about cheating one side. No, it's not. It's about locking power in place. Today, it helps one group. Tomorrow, it helps another. The technique doesn't care who wins, only that the system protects itself. So politicians argue loudly about democracy, while quietly engineering certainty. They say every vote counts. What they mean is every vote counts once we decide where it goes. And the public? We argue about candidates, parties, personalities. We fight each other online. We take sides. Meanwhile, the map sits there like, I appreciate your enthusiasm. Because the map already did the heavy lifting. This is why people feel something is off. Why turnout doesn't match enthusiasm. Why outcomes feel disconnected from the room. People are not stupid. They are sensing the contradiction. They are participating in a system that promises choice, but quietly manages outcome. So, who is fooling who? The politicians aren't fooling each other. They all understand the game. They are not even fooling democracy. Democracy is just the stage. The real illusion is aimed at the public. We are told participation equals power. But a gerrymandered system, participation equals permission. Permission to feel involved. Permission to feel heard. Permission to believe the system still works. And that's the dangerous part. Because when people realize the vote isn't broken, it's redirected. They don't get angry at the map, they get angry at each other. And that's how the system wins twice. So I think the real question isn't, is gerrymandering democratic? It's this: how long can a system call itself a democracy while quietly deciding outcomes before citizens even speak? Because eventually people stop asking who won and start asking whether the game was even theirs to begin with. If you like my videos, do like, subscribe, and share. It helps the channel. I appreciate you.